Well, that was fun. I felt like we came out, we were focused today. Madison Preston, I mean, today was her day. I mean, she pitched a gem. That's what she's capable of doing. And really what I was happy with is we came out and played the way we are capable of playing. We just have to do it consistently. But that was a huge win for us. I thought the 12th fan was electric today. They were loud, I loved it. That was a fun game. It was a fun, like if you came to that game today, you're coming back.
So you always talk about game plans. Was it for Preston to get through the lineup once, go as long as she wanted? I mean, you always have a plan.
Yeah, so you really want to hear the original one, Steve?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
So the original one was Press was going to go through one time through the lineup. Kennedy was going to come through the second time, and we were going to hopefully be in the 5th inning, and we're going to play matchup with Shaylee and Levitt. Preston was dealing, and I just kind of, looked at Coach Harger. He's kind of who I bounce a lot of things off of, and I'm like, I'm going to let her roll. And so we just let her roll. And, Kennedy was warmed, ready to go. So then as the game kind of went on, you guys probably don't see, but I went out to the bullpen and I said, okay, Levitt, go get ready. Kennedy and Levitt, we're going to play matchup now. So if Preston's in the 6th inning, if we have where they are in the lefty part of their lineup, we were going to go Kennedy and then have Levitt finish. And then if we needed Shaylee, obviously we would have. But, where we were in the lineup, it was right-handed heavy, so we went with Levitt to finish the game.
You said you guys come out and played your ball, and of course every coach would like to do it. But coming off last night, scored in the 1st inning.
It was huge. It was huge. I felt like the momentum was kind of like the monkey got off our bat. I thought honestly us hitting the ball well off of Pickens last night. I thought that was a good sign because I felt like we were going to take that momentum, and it was at nighttime. So nighttime at 75 feels really, really fast. 75 still feels fast, but at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, it feels a little different. And, she's going to be tough though, honestly. I mean, that kid, it's a smooth 75. She kind of throws 3 speeds. They'll obviously have to, she'll keep working and stuff, but I mean, that's a good pitcher. Yeah.
Yeah, what was kind of your plan for the hitters going into this? She obviously has that, she can hit 75 and then that changeup's coming in at 60. Are you guys just looking to spit on that?
Yeah, so she hadn't thrown her changeup very consistently, and I felt like today she was able to throw it a little bit more. As the game went on, it started to get a little more erratic. I think what made it hard is she had a 3rd speed, so I don't know if you all saw that, but she had like a 66, she had a 60, and then she had a 70, plus 70. So that's what I felt like was hard. So we started to pick kind of a speed, you know what I mean? She was only throwing certain pitches for strikes. And really, just the information, I obviously haven't watched film, was the hard stuff, they were in a good part of the plate. And so the thing is like, widen out, go to kind of your 2-strike approach and just get your barrel there.
What was said at the end there with the hit by pitches? Like, what was going on with that? I mean, from where I was sitting, it looked like it hit her bat. I don't know.
Yeah.
But.
So the original call on that particular play was foul tip, strike 3. And then I guess they went to review and it came back as a hit by pitch. Levitt deals with this a lot because of her dynamic movement on the inner half of the plate. They toe it up, and they have body parts hanging over the plate. And so we just have to do a better job of kind of maneuvering through because she's still got to understand her spacing. And so even if she throws the ball middle in, it's still going to feel very inside to that hitter. So that's what I went out there and talked to her about, is just like, hey, let's make an adjustment. Like, let's not let this be a thing. Like, go out there and throw our game. And she did what saved her, honestly, was that changeup that last inning.
And then you talked earlier this week about just them growing up a little bit and dealing with these kinds of situations. Now this is back-to-back games that you've seen just real consistent play on, both sides of the ball. Obviously you'd probably like the bats to get going a little bit more, but these kind of games where they're in it 1 through 7.
I think for me it all starts in the circle. And I felt like at the beginning of the year, this is who we were and we showed we were here. And then we hit a little hiccup, and I didn't feel like we responded well to the hiccup. And so they've had some loving talks these last couple of weeks. And I think, you finally kind of get to a point, I think, as a pitcher, and it's like, I'm good enough. Like, just give me the ball and let's go out there and compete. And I felt like these last 2 days, we did exactly that. And I think when you can set the tone in the circle, I think it makes other aspects of your game work. When we are giving up hits or walking or hit by pitch, your defense kind of falls asleep. So you start to see our errors increase. I mean, it's kind of I don't know, it's just kind of cycles, through. It's a little tornado. So I think, if we can be efficient in the circle, meaning even if you give up a hit, if it's a hit within the first 5-ish pitches, your defense is still on their toes and ready to go. But when it becomes, where we're throwing 27 pitches an inning, it, gets a little difficult.
So what does a game like this mean for the confidence of you and the team, especially after last night and it being against the number 2 and 3 in the country?
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, and I've told you guys I don't really care who's on the other side of the field. I think for me, I have confidence in our team and I know what we're capable of doing. And so for me, it's like, I want us to come out and play 3 games like that, And I mean, obviously, I feel like if we come out and play like that, we're going to win a lot of ball games. But it really isn't about who we are playing. It's about us, starting in the circle, making clean defense, putting pressure on their pitcher. I think when we do those things, a lot of good things happen. And that's really when we talk about what our system is, it's that right there. It's not life-changing or anything special, but it's a relentless pursuit of greatness every single pitch.
If you give me the cliff notes on Preston again, she was out of softball for 2 years to have a baby. Did I hear you right? And so a lot of people wouldn't come back from that, but she was gone for basically didn't pick up softball for 2 years.
Yep. Yeah. So she started off at Bama, transferred to me at ASU, played that 2020 season. So she only started. We only played a little bit because that was that lovely thing. And came back, had a pink shirt year. So she came back in January and came into my office after break and said, hey coach, I won't be playing this year. So she had a pink shirt year, sat out last year, and she still had her COVID year. So this is her COVID year. So she probably started picking up a ball last spring, with her dad and throwing it around, but she hasn't pitched in a game since February of 2020.
It's pretty phenomenal what she did today, considering where you guys
Well, the
were
thing
at.
that really impresses me about Preston, honestly, is she always has chosen the hard. So it was between us and another, a mid-major school when she transferred from Bama, and that was my challenge to her. And I said, choose the hard. You belong at this level. Come here and be great at this level. I know that you're capable. I think it all starts with her parenting. She's got great parents. I mean, look at Missy. She's here. She moved here. They've stopped their life. She's here so Kendra can be here, so Preston can do her thing and support. And then the same thing here. How easy would it have been for her to just walk away from this game? And that's what I told her today. I said, nobody can take this game away from you. This was good stuff.